science about the effect and impact of COVID-19. The coronavirus disease, COVID-19, is an infectious disease caused by a new strain of coronavirus. This new virus and disease were unknown before the outbreak began in Wuhan, China in December 2019. Statistics showed that from January to October 14, the total confirmed cases reaches 38.6 million worldwide, with a total recovery of 26.7 million and a total number of deaths reaches 1.9 million. The virus is spread primarily via small droplets from coughing, sneezing, and talking. The droplets are usually airborne. However, those standing in close proximity may inhale them and become infected. Common symptoms are fever, dry cough, tiredness. Less common symptoms are aches and pains, sore throat, diarrhea, conjunctivitis, headache, loss of taste or smell, a rash on skin, or discoloration of fingers or toes. Serious symptoms include difficulty breathing or shortness of breath, chest pain, or pressure loss of speech or movement. The COVID-19 pandemic has led to a dramatic loss of human life worldwide and presents an unprecedented challenge to public health, food systems, and the world of work. The economic and social disruption caused by the pandemic is devastating. Tens of millions of people are at risk of falling into extreme poverty. The pandemic has been affecting the entire food system and has led its fragility. Breadwinners lose jobs, fall ill, and die. The food security and nutrition of millions of women and men are under threat, with those in low-income countries, particularly the most marginalized population, which include small-scale farmers and indigenous people, being hardest hit. The WHO states that there is no scientific evidence that any of alternative remedies can prevent or cure COVID-19. Seek immediate medical attention. If you have serious symptoms, always call before visiting your doctor or health facility. People with mild symptoms who are otherwise healthy should manage their symptoms at home. On average, it takes 5 to 6 days from when someone is infected with the virus for symptoms to show. However, it can take up to 14 days. Hand washing, wearing face masks, and social distancing are the best way to prevent the spread of virus. All of you heard to explain about online learning. What is online learning? Every day, someone new either thinks about doing an online course or is pressured into doing one. You may have quite a lot of prior knowledge about online learning or think you do, or may have no knowledge at all. The most important thing to know, though, is that you probably don't know about online learning, especially if you are just starting out. In online learning, online students may have more contact with their fellow students online than they would in the regular classroom. There are many ways for students to interact: online, discussion boards, email, group activities, and etc. It can be fun to meet students. It can also be a great way to broaden your learning experience. As a student, we may also receive more personal feedback than they would in a traditional classroom. Maybe our fellow students might read and respond to your work. The important thing to remember is that online learning is primarily a mode of delivery, a way of delivering education to learners, not a particular method of teaching. Online learning can support a wide range of teaching methods. For instance, lectures can be delivered in class or face-to-face, or over the internet, as can experience learning, constructivist approach, and many other teaching methods. That's all. Thank you. Months ago, as the Chief Executive Officer and President in this prestigious company, being one in this corporate world is such a challenge on my part. I worked tough day and night to grab this once in a lifetime most sought after position. Many envied me when I formally received such promotion, but time and time again, I'm humbly and confidently said to myself, I deserve it. God in His most perfect time placed me in this position. Good morning, sir. Yes, good morning. Have a blessed day, my beautiful secretary, Miss Whitty. Sir, two of your subordinates have conflicts. They want to talk to you. Do you have any spare time today to comfort them since you have an appointment with Mr. Zobel by 10? I do recognize, yes, that I have an appointment with Mr. Zobel by 10. Yet, I have to attend first to their place. Please call them right away in my office and thank you. Yes, I will, sir. I will bring you later your favorite brewed coffee with fresh milk and your muchly welcome. I being your boss has the responsibility to look after the welfare of my subordinates. After all, I want to maintain a healthy working environment and atmosphere as well as the work and ethics and the characters smoothly translate above all efforts and endeavors for the good of our company. Sir, Mr. Chavez accused me of having a illicit affair with a married close friend of mine and spreading malicious gossip to other employees, which I abhor the most. I heard about it. Yes. Is that true, Mr. Chavez? Yes, sir. I may say true, but Miss Chinky once placed me in an ignominious situation one day in the cafeteria, telling everyone around her table that I would her and she turned me down. Wanting to avenge her, I understand your situation, Mr. Chavez. However, you have to think twice and many times before doing it. You may have satisfied and pleased yourself in taking revenge with Miss Chinky, but do you have peace of mind? You have to consider her bravely. I have started to think and ponder about it. I wanted to approach and make sorry with what I did to her, but I am overcome with intense hesitation. You're such an unfair guy, Mr. Chavez. You are evading me.
Title Proposal: Disaster Preparedness and Awareness of Grade 7 Jacinto of Evaristo Moralzo National Vocational High School. Proponent: Gigi Banoy Dumisin. National: The Philippines ranked fourth among countries hit by the most number of disasters in 2015. A report by the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction. The Department of Education of the Philippines implements one of the provisions of the Philippines Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act of 2010, or DRRM Act, to integrate DRRM in the school curriculum under educational programs and to heighten level of resiliency of students toward natural disaster. Disaster education, which includes education on disaster risks, mitigation, and preparedness strategies, is one approach to reducing the negative consequences of disaster. It is imperative to increase the knowledge and attitude of people regarding the natural and man-made disasters in order to make them able to cope up with their adverse effects. For being well aware and prepared for disasters, we need to develop knowledge, skills, and values at all levels. As emergencies and disasters, along with their destructive effects, are rising all over the world, acquiring knowledge, and it is used as regarded as the most effective way to prevent disasters or reduce its effects with advancement in technology. Disasters education for vulnerable aims to provide knowledge, skills, motivation in individuals and groups to take actions to reduce their vulnerability to disasters. But disasters education is useless if the student does not take the learning seriously. Prior to the given topic, the students must have at least a little knowledge on disaster awareness and preparedness. With their knowledge as a vulnerable individual on disaster, the knowledge can be used not entirely to prevent but to reduce the damages done by disasters. With the current implementation, the students are taught various methods, ways, and knowledge regarding on disaster preparedness and awareness. In Evaristo Moralzo National Vocational High School in Manay, Davao Oriental is one of the schools who rarely conduct disaster education such as drill, symposium, and various activities regarding disaster awareness and preparedness. In regards to the students cope with the disaster education or how they take the education earnestly causes the interest of the researchers. The study is to perceive the junior high school students commonly on its first current knowledge on disaster awareness and preparedness.